IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXISRADIO, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Worldwide, just to remind you, each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune in to the X-Tremitiez ENT talk show on IAXIS Radio. That's right, we on the free radio app as well as the 365 Live. That's right, Roku, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Apple TV, Roku TV, Fire Stick. That's right, tune in worldwide. Davon Franklin, Jose Rivera. Keep it tuned.
Good evening, everyone. This is Senator Natalia Fernandez, and you are listening to X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show, and we're on IAXISRadio.com.
New York, Jersey, Delaware, Philly, Maryland, going out Washington, you know what I'm saying? North Carolina, South Carolina. Check all those wannabes with those hyped up gimmicks, posing on their joint like they in it to win. Broke is a joke with jewels on their neck. 50 cent from a quarter with mad respect. Signing autographs, need $1 for coffee. I'm wetting dope, so like, hey, you can back up off me. You don't get gas for everything you see, cause everybody's not paid in this industry. Some don't even have a genie on TV. Before that, I set up shop in that seat. See a size for a man. Forget a record deal, cause that and thank God I'm wetting the dollar bill. Brilliant C's going out for the loot. Don't stop getting to. Brilliant C's going out for the loot. Don't stop getting to. I'm wetting dough so much, I'm out of ways to make it. But if I can't make it, I'm out of ways to take it. I might be wrong for taking part in robberies or breaking and entering for mere jewels and TVs. Hitting drug dealers in the hair for the way. Never in New York or my keys was out of state. Ain't no fame for living life here in these times. That's why I say talk and go for mine. Cause even though they got fame, they still nickel and dime. Fame material don't necessary. They got bad brothers laying in the cemetery. It's real like that. MC's going out for the loot. Don't stop getting to. Real MC's going out for the loot. Don't stop getting to.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show, our IAXIS Radio going live worldwide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the 365 Live, Roku, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, anything that has the capabilities to be watched on a cell phone, even a TV like the Apple, the Fire Stick, the Roku, the legal, illegal, whatever it is, just know I'm the legal eagle, giving you all the information that you need. That's right, X-Tremitiez ENT, only on IAXIS Radio and iHeartRadio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you today. We have the 2025 Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade board and royal court, as well as my co-host who will be joining me shortly, Mr. Audie Rodriguez, who will be emceeing the stage with me this Saturday. It's so lit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have so many things to speak about today. But right now, let's just give you a quick rundown on the current events, because I always believe that we need to let you know what's going on around the world, because what happens overseas affects us here, because we are known as the world. And if you know anyone that was in the military, give them a shout out and ask them, when you was overseas, why do they see us as the world, right? And they'll tell you the reason, because the rest of the planet is just obsolete, right? According to the powers that be. And the United States is supposed to be the greatest place, especially New York. Of course, we know with all the politics that's going on right now, that's the total opposite. I mean, pay attention. Donald Trump has got these protesters getting locked up and deported. What is going on? Aside from that, whatever a judge says doesn't matter. So the Constitution is out the window and the separation of powers is out the window. So what are we operating under? A dictatorship with a team of people who only co-sign on the things that he brings to light that he wants to do. In the beginning, it appeared to be that we understand what you're doing, Mr. Trump, and you just want to regulate and, try to bring balance back. And the reason why you got voted out was because of your approach and the way you spoke. Well, you're trying to clean it up now, but not so much. But at the same time, you're hurting us, man. You know what it is to spend $9 for a burger? I love cheeseburgers. When I'm my happiest, or when I'm the most depressed. A cheeseburger deluxe always makes me feel happy. God darn it, it went from $4.50 to damn near $10. So even I have to rethink about my things that make me feel better, because I'm not spending money to go see a therapist, $150 for an hour. Come on, think about it. Even though any of you that have insurance, good insurance, when you're feeling these type of feelings, especially in the month of June, which is men's mental health. That's right. But now they changed it to men's health because they want you to be more aware of your physical as well as your mental. But intellectually, we know what's going on. You know, this is all about labeling, nomenclature, and, how they compartmentalize us in certain categories and put us in places from least to highest on what are priorities, right? And what funding should be provided. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, look at your paychecks, okay? Pay attention to what is being deducted. I remember about 9, 10, 11 years ago, I was getting a deduction from 9/11. I was like, what? Where did this come from? Because I used to just take the paper check. The check was going deposited anyway. I never paid attention. So one day I decided to open the envelope. And when I opened the envelope, I noticed that I was getting a fee charged from the city, not the state, the city, on 9/11 commission. And that's helping towards, the families. And, I'm all for it. But I would have liked to been told by at least the payroll department or my supervisor at the time that these are the deductions that are going to be taken out of your paycheck. And although it may appear to be minute, by the end of the year, you would have had donated at least $300 to a cause that millions of other people are pushing to, only to see that that money really doesn't end up where you think it's supposed to go. All right. So please look at your benefits, because Donald Trump is cutting Medicaid. I have patients working in the recovery field that, they also get duly diagnosed with mental health as well as some medical issues. They're getting their benefits cut, and HRA just got busted. Okay. The Human Resources Department, all right, the administration, Human Resource Administration, the HRA department, these are the people that are supposed to help the people that are living on a poverty level or below. They got caught in a major enterprise, okay, of over $300 million in 10 years of taking money and denying people on paper, but really taking their income. Or people be like, yo, I haven't gotten a paycheck and a benefit check in like 4 or 5 months, or a car fare check, or Medicaid. All I have is something that when I go see the doctor, and then they're telling me that that's a bill that's coming in the mail. Pay attention, because they just had a big bust from a supervisor, a director, all the way down to the mailroom, where millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars for years, over a decade, of people living in poverty that and our paychecks, because our money goes towards paying people that are on subsidies, you know what I'm saying, that receive the entitlements, the welfare, the SNAP, stuff like that. There was a major, thank you, Al, there was a major bust for over a decade. Now, guess what? People like us that are hard workers that, don't get into these nice buildings and pay at least $800 out of our pocket, and the government takes care of the rest. We're the ones that are putting people that are under the poverty line in those buildings, and only to see that we're all getting scammed. And this is where Donald Trump wants to get rid of those types of things. I understand that. I'm all for that, but it's the way you're going about it, bro. Everybody didn't do it. There's no need for you to have, people talking about something that got caught up of a little enterprise. You're making it seem like it was something major. All right. And the fact of the matter is, our elderly are getting affected. The children are getting affected. And, these are people with disabilities. I myself am a mental health provider over 30 years, as well as a substance use counselor. So I hear these stories. And aside from that, I'm an advocate of the community. Therefore, I go out and I ask questions, as well as I knock on doors of these politicians that when they're running and they're campaigning on the ticket of, I'm for the people, I'm going to get you your Chef Boyardee for less than what you're paying now. And, that thing about a half a bag of potato chips with the air filling the rest, that's going to stop. And, you kids need to exercise more and stop eating so much, bad foods. Well, who was the one that put the bad foods back into the White House? You remember the first term? He literally promoted McDonald's. Right after Obama and his wife had this healthy initiative for 8 years. And once America starts getting healthy, even though they didn't like the food, but we were living longer, here comes Trump into office, and he makes everybody take a chunk out of their life. Now you've got kids that are going back to being obese at the age of 8 to 11. You got kids who are having heart attacks by the time they're 16 to 20. They're playing basketball, football, and they're just falling out. Then you got people middle-aged that want to go out to a club and have 1 or 2 drinks and they don't know how to act, and all of a sudden, dogunk. People, pay attention, exercise, diet. Let's stay alive. And if not, let me just throw some John Travolta off for you, along with some Bee Gees. Jesus Christ, wake up. Don't you see what's going on? It's all about the vision. And shout out to everybody in Los Angeles. Okay, the protest out there has gotten out of control because of the migration issue. And we need to highlight the fact that children are being separated out the arms of their mothers and fathers. Okay? The whole reason why this whole issue exploded is because this pregnant woman went to a courthouse for her asylum meeting, doing it the legit way, and like 30 ICE agents jumped on her like if she was Pablo Escobar. Jesus Christ, she's pregnant. She's with her husband. She's doing the right thing. So you know what happened? Mexico stood up. There were literally people that traveled from the country of Mexico across that border, came into the United States and said, enough is enough. Technically, this is our turf. So if you want to play games, we're going to show you how we do things in Mexico. So, of course, everybody's like, oh, these people are undocumented. They're not going to do anything. Have you seen a person that's gotten frustrated? Josephine, no freaking fair. When I lost my job, went to welfare, first time in my life, got zero help. But migrants who will never contribute cause, all they do is send their monies to their countries. But I can't get those resources after working legally since I was 15. My condolences and deepest sympathies to your experiences, right? And yes, you know, being a person of a Latino person, right? And you know that, you know, you have family that comes from a background that migrated to the States and you bust your behind. I understand that. And that's what many of these people that are coming over are doing with their families. Because what's happening is a lot of cartels are kidnapping people from Venezuela, okay, from Venezuela to Brazil, up to Panama, up to Uruguay, okay? And many of these countries are suffering because the cartels are linked to gangs. The gangs are related to the guerrillas. The guerrillas are the ones that are running the cocaine and the heroin plant, okay? So what happens is it gets downstreamed. And what happens by the time it gets to Florida, it's because you already got Cuba and you got Venezuela, those two guys working together along with Putin and as well as Hamas and all these other people that have infiltrated those countries. So these people want to leave that lifestyle and come to the United States. You know why? Because this is the home of the brave and the land of the free. And we tell you when you come here, you're going to find the streets colored in gold, and you have the opportunity to want to one day become something that you've always dreamed to be. You see on the TV, you can be whatever you set your mind to. But the moment you get here, you'll get a different attitude. I want to bring this up. Shout out to Ray Pearson. I want to bring this up about my goddaughter. You guys know I recently baptized a child. She stole my heart from the time she got here from Venezuela. She went from Venezuela with her mom and her dad to the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic, something happened there. They had to go to Mexico. When they go to Mexico, this 4-year-old, cutest little blonde-headed, blue-eyed angel that was sent to my life from God is crossing the Rio Grande on the shoulders of, God bless this soul, whoever he is, a 7-foot African, along with her mom holding on to his waist, and they're watching hundreds of people be swept away. This little girl was traumatized. She makes it to Texas. They sit down. They don't run from the police. They sit down and they wait for the buses to come to get them and take them to the facilities where there are tents. And you have thousands and thousands of people. And then they ask you, what is your reason for being in this country? And you give your reason. And if it's not sufficient to the norm standards in the United States, you get sent back. So because my goddaughter, along with her mother, were running away from being chastised and forced into slavery in Venezuela under Maduro, the dictator, they said, my family's in New York. They got their way up here. And my goddaughter went from New York to Ohio, back down to Texas, back to New York, not knowing a word of English. And I remember just giving this child presents and Christmas, and she just went nuts. Whenever I see her, I just buy her tons of dolls, and her mother and her grandmother get upset. I don't care, because I know what it is not to have anything as a child. So imagine a kid that's coming from a country that's drug-ridden, war-torn, that if you even say something wrong, your neighbors are going to snitch you out because that's the norm. And then you get decapitated. Okay? The prisoners were released in Venezuela and given badges and guns. That's why everybody's coming up here. So Donald Trump, my last words to you are, make it make sense. Because you yourself are an immigrant. Your grandfather was just called out in the White House when they gave you the citation of your grandfather, who is German. You got checked, homeboy. Who are you going to mate now? Now we're going to switch over to the weather. This bipolar nonsense that's been going on. 2 weeks ago, it was kind of cold. And then when you go into your job, they throw the AC on. So now you got people getting sick. And then you have patients coming through who are sick. And then they go and cough on you and shake your hand and hug you and tell you you're the best thing since Wonder Bread. Thank God I wear my coat of armor and I bless myself and I ask God to protect my coworkers and I, because the jobs that we do on a daily basis are taken for granted. And I want to say thank you to all the volunteers out there that give their lives, the volunteers of the police department, the volunteers of the FDNY, the volunteers of FEMA, the volunteers of all these disaster ridden areas that are currently happening that you don't see on the local news. You could only see it on Al Jazeera or some cable type of television. Right here in the United States, there's a lot of things going on that you are not aware of. You know why? Because we're moving at 1,000,000 miles a second. Thank you, Joseph. I feel you, brother. I spent my years going into the street to save kids that they was being used for prostitution. Exactly. That's what it is. And I want to go back to Josephine or Joseph before. You had mentioned something about as a community activist for over 50 years and the 1199 delegate. Shout out to 1199, my union. I am sad to say our community giving up because broken premises. Stay strong, my black, Peter Brown, white, yellow, etc. Keep your faith and culture alive. God bless. Exactly. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about the color, race or creed, because at the end of the story, we're the human race. Okay, stop the nonsense. I remember when a professor and I went back and forth at Monroe College. Joseph said I got him crying. Don't worry about it, brother. We're here to support. That's why we have this show on, because this is our therapy session. This is my therapy session every Wednesday. I love this because I get all the stuff from 6 days a week and I let it off here, as you can hear, because I'm passionate about my people. I'm passionate about a human being. I'm passionate about pets. I'm passionate about life. Life. And speaking about life, I don't know if people seen this on Instagram. Russia has just discovered how to capture your soul 10 seconds after you pass. And then they lost it. And a recording went on for 24 hours where it showed that it crystallized and disappeared. And then they went to the Bible. And then they found scriptures. And then they said, oh my God, it is really true. We evaporate up to heaven. And then there was this whole theory, and then they threw it on AI, and AI generated the story itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is keep the faith. We have a higher calling. We have something that is beautiful and narrates our story for us on a daily basis. Don't lose the faith. All the noise that's going on around us, there's a purpose for that. You know why? Because God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. You're strong. You're resilient. You living something that many wish they could. You won the lottery of life. And I said this many times before. It's been a while since I said this. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't get offended. If you do, I apologize. But you won the lottery of life. You beat out trillions of brothers and sisters to be here when your parents were consummating you. So the next time you want to complain about how bad your situation is, go online and see those people who don't have any arms or legs and have kids and are still able to cook and still able to change a diaper and still able to bathe themselves. Or about my brothers and sisters that served in the military and they're on the streets struggling. Or people that don't speak the same language and they get their arms cut off because of some tribal war. Remember, life is precious. Appreciate what you have. And gratitude will take you further than anything else in life. It shows your appreciation. Hold the door. Allow someone to go before you. If someone is upset, don't ask them why they're upset. Let them know you can see they're going through something. Because words are powerful. Words are spells. Watch how you use them. Because they make or break a person. That's the message, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how the weather is. Crazy like that. Right now, it's hot, humid, and we have the strawberry moon coming out tonight. Last night, I took a picture of the balcony. It was beautiful. Tonight, it's going to be even more extravagant, phenomenal. This happens once every 1,000 years. Get the picture. Once you go outside, the sun goes down about 9:30. Look up in the sky. You're going to see a strawberry moon. You're going to appreciate it. Pray on it. Just like my mom did when she came out on the balcony with me. She prayed on it. And you know what? Today I felt better because I made a new connection with my mom. Even though she was in her dementia, she said a prayer. And that prayer just made me feel better and appreciative of life because I still have my mind. I still have my memories. I still know that regardless of whatever my mom is going through, she's going to forget it and I'm just going to carry her legacy. And I thank her for educating me on being a human being. And I appreciate her escaping a country that was sterilizing the women back in the 30s and 40s so she could get an opportunity here in the United States. She went back 60 years later, and only to find out many of her friends were deceased or moved. But she never, ever, ever gave up her home of Ay Bonito, Puerto Rico. Thank you, Mommy. Sorry, I get emotional. If it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't have met my real dad. She wrote his name on a piece of paper. I said, go find him. Let me know how that turns out. Found the man dying in a hospital bed. Met my cousin. Thank you, Al. It took me to my aunt. Ciales, Puerto Rico, the highest part of the island. I had a camcorder. This lady looked at me and said, who the hell are you? And I told her who my father was, and that lady just broke down. And then they took me to a hospital, and the whole family was there. And they said they were looking for me for 21 years. Now I got to see both sides. The Afro-Latina and the European. Because my mother's Taína, Afro-Latina. From Ay Bonito. If anybody knows Ay Bonito, La Parada de los Flores. When Ponce de Leon got there, he said, this is Richport. This is Puerto Rico. But there's a part in Puerto Rico that I'm going to call Ay Bonito because it's the most beautiful part in the entire island with roses. We're going to have a parade of roses and flowers. It's pretty dope. And then where my dad lives is all filled with aliens, spaceships. I thought I was drunk one time, but Jesus Christ, I got chased by a chupacabra. Only to find out it was a chihuahua. That's how drunk I was. So watch the pitoro out there in Puerto Rico. My uncle was laughing at me. He was like, you stupid, that was the chihuahua chasing you. I said, that's a crackhead looking chihuahua. It looked like a chupacabra. It was running on 2 feet. He says he knew you were from New York, that's why. Oh, man. The reason I'm bringing all this up is because Puerto Rico is under a lot of stress right now. And I need you people to understand that this is the hurricane season, and we all know what happens in every hurricane season. there was a category 5 back in 2016, 17, and we did what we did for Puerto Rico, the people of the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens, and the whole East Coast. We all came out. Governor Cuomo back then, who is now running for mayor, that man gave millions of dollars. So anybody that wants to talk about how he's what? Okay, but guess what? When Trump said no, what did he do? He gave over $50 million to Puerto Rico. So keep it real. Trump said no, he was throwing paper towels. Cuomo said, oh yeah, that's how you do, pal? Watch this. Move over. So thank you. Thank you, Governor Cuomo. And you got my support. So, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, it's been a crazy 2 weeks with festivities. And I need you to understand that when you're in Brooklyn, you need to behave. You got your own parade. Jesus Christ, it's just as big as the national. This year, you guys did it. But why did you not stop at 6 o'clock like you were supposed to? If anybody's been online, you saw how many people got beat up by cops, got slammed, that got arrested because they've treated y'all just like they treat these protesters, because you're starting to throw bottles at them and tell them, this is our parade. You gotta respect. Now, guess what? You're not gonna have a parade next year. You're welcome. Appreciate what you have. I'm pretty sure whoever's gonna run for mayorship probably will review and put it through revision, and you'll give it a test run. But right now, you're done. Bushwick, you're done. Should be ashamed of yourselves. And I'm saying that to my friends out there. You should have stopped it before it happened. I'm not going to call your name, but I'm looking at you on the camera because you asked me to be a part of that board. No, that's why I said no. I only deal with boards that are for the people, not for the money. Do you understand that? I'm for the people. You people are for the money. And any other organization that's not for the people, I'm coming for you. And I'm going to get you. And I'm going to expose you. Because right now, there's too much turmoil. It's time for us to unite. Because my family, the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, we do things right. Shout out to District 1. Shout out to District 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You all do well by your districts. I salute you. And thank you for supporting the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. Last year, you guys saw the parade and you said, we want to be a part of it next year, Jose. And all you guys that are sending your applications and cheering on the Royal Court, who are here in the house right now, as well as the board members that are going to be coming on. I want to salute these individuals because what they did in the pageant, it's not an easy thing. Because if you think that you have the talent to come up and compete for a status that would just break barriers like these individuals did, I will only salute you and support you. So thank you for being our future leaders every time you step out into a celebration. Thank you for being our representatives whenever you meet with our constituents as well as our political leaders. And thank you for representing yourselves in an appropriate manner that when people call on you, you stand up for your culture. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a short commercial break after this, and we're going to have the Royal Court. They are beautiful. They look great. I'm sorry I didn't shave. I know I would have made them look even better, but, this is about them. Because this Saturday, they're going to show you why you need to come to the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade and celebrate. They have their pueblitos, they have their sashes, they have their crowns, they have their flag, and they're going to tell you why this hits home when it comes to issues of migration, public viewing, presentations, as well as celebration. because these are our leaders right now of 2025 into 2026. And I got their back. So whenever you guys want to have presentations or you want these individuals to come to your schools or go to the hospitals, shelters or whatever, this is what they're obligated to do. And this is what they would do to represent, because they are human beings representing the Puerto Rican culture in the Bronx and abroad. We'll be back in about 2 minutes, only on the Extremities ENT Talk Show on IAXIS Radio with Jose Rivera, soon Audie Rodriguez.
Whereby Audie Rodriguez,
Jose Rivera,
and we here to talk to you about
the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade.
So come out June 14th, 2025.
It's gonna be off the hook. You're gonna love it.
Bring out your instruments, everything that makes you look good,
Your maracas,
and shake your little thing.
and we'll see you there.
Because if you ain't dancing, then you acting weird.
That's right. There you go. We'll see you there.
Boricua!
Ella no se imagina todo lo que siente mi corazón. Break down. So llámalo. Es que ella no, oh, oh, oh. Es que ella no, no. Es que ella no, ay, es que ella no. Es que ella no se imagina lo que ella cosa cuando está junto a mí. Es que ella no se imagina todo lo que me hace sentir no. Es que ella no se imagina lo que ella cosa cuando está junto a mí. Es que ella no se imagina todo lo que me hace sentir. Lentamente se pasa el tiempo cuando estoy contigo, en verdad yo te digo, ay, que soy feliz. Ay, porque quiero estar ahí contigo, quiero estar en un ratico nada más. Un pretexto, una excusa, algo voy a inventar para tenerte a mi lado, disimulando al mirar. Creo que se puso el tiempo disfrutar un poco más de tu amor. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor que yo te doy de mi amor. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor, dame tu amor. Es que ella no se imagina lo que ella causa cuando está junto a mí. Es que ella no se imagina y lo que me hace sentir no. Es que ella no se imagina lo que ella causa cuando está junto a mí. Es que ella no se imagina y lo que me hace sentir. Tú me haces sentir amor, amor. Quiero amarte y que de mi vida tú hagas parte. Quiero besarte, pero me conformo solo con mirarte. Yo quiero amarte y que de mi vida tú hagas parte. Quiero besarte, acércate más, déjame abrazarte. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor que yo te doy de mi amor. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor, dame tu amor. Es que ella no se imagina lo que ella causa cuando está junto a mí. Es que ella no se imagina y todo lo que me hace sentir no. Es que ella no se imagina lo que ella causa cuando está junto a mí. Es que ella no se imagina y todo lo que me hace sentir. Y es que ella no se imagina todo lo que causa en mí. Con todo el volumen, soy un mar tranquilo por fuera, turbulento por dentro. Eso es lo que siento. Soy yo, Luke, Bad Music, díselo de Ben, Topstone Record. Ella no se imagina.
Minutos quisiera estar contigo para decirte lo que siento por ti 7 minutos para explicarte.
Dios te bendiga. ¿Cómo estaba la escuela?
Muy bien.
Okay. ¿Tienes algo que hacer?
Sí.
Okay.
Tienes que hacer tus tareas antes de las 6.
Para decirte.
No, mi amor, ¿dónde está tu marido?
No sé, hacen 2 días que no lo veo.
¿Y no te ha llamado?
No, no me ha llamado.
¿Qué vas a hacer?
Puedes esperar que me llame o que venga a la casa.
¿Como Julio?
Sí, es tu marido.
¿Sí, tu marido?
Mi amor, ábreme la puerta que se me lleve la llave.
¿Qué, mi amor, ni mi amor?
Baja, por favor.
¿Para qué tú llegas? ¿Qué tienes hambre? Espérate ahora mismito, voy ahora.
Hola, mi amor.
¿Qué, mi amor, ni mi amor? ¿Tienes hambre? Toma, come. Esto se acabó.
Eso de que eres el macho en la casa se terminó. Ahora esta mujer te grita y te manda, esa soy yo. Ya eso de que eres el macho en la casa se terminó. Ahora esta mujer te grita y te manda, esa soy yo. Ya no tiemblo si me gritas, te aguanto un bofetón. Te llamo a la policía, te llevan para la estación y te enseñan que esta hembra es la que carga el pantalón. Eso se acabó, eso se acabó.
Eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Ya tú no mandas en la casa, aquí la que manda soy yo, que se acabó.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Tengo que darle leche a los nenes, tú te coses tu pantalón tú solito.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Luego te llevan para la corte, para que pagues tú la pensión de los nenes.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Si tú te vas por una puerta, por la ventana salgo, yo te lo juro.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Ya no dependo más de ti, ya no tienes más el control de mi vida.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Ya esto se acabó, así que vete ya. Y esto se acabó. ¡Ah! ¡Vamos! Y aquí está Irma Caché, con clase y sabor.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Tú me saliste mujeriego y eso no tiene perdón.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Yo quiero ser feliz, yo merezco algo mejor en mi vida.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Te enseñan que esta hembra es la que carga el pantalón, el pantalón.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Si tú te vas por esta puerta, ya perdiste el control, oye bien.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
Ya no tiemblo cuando me gritas y te aguanto un bofetón mandilón.
Ya eso se acabó, ya eso se acabó.
que te llamo la policía.
La que manda soy yo.
Ya no tiemblo cuando me gritas.
La que manda soy yo.
Ya esto se acabó, abusador, abusador.
La que manda soy yo.
Y no vuelvas. Esto se acabó.
Welcome back to the Extremities ENT Talk Show. I'm your host, Jose Rivera, here with the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade Royal Court. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, these individuals right here are going to give you their life stories. They're going to tell you what drove them to be in the positions that they are and what inspired them to actually want to motivate others to get into this, because this is something that you need to be a little special to do because you got a nice talent. You know, people here are now going to learn how to present themselves and give speeches and elevate others to be their best selves. And we're going to start over at the far right with the princess herself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to allow each and every individual here to say their name, say where they're from, where they grew up, and where they are now. Ladies and gentlemen, the princess herself.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Cynthia Prado. Just wanted to share a little bit about myself. I am currently a therapist providing services to the Spanish-speaking community. It was definitely something that's needed. I also provide, I have my own running group, which I definitely believe in the importance of mental health and wellness. So my running group is called the Bronx Runway Crew. And it's an opportunity for the community to just get together and just run as a community and just really just bond together in just knowing that there's such an importance of really just being in commune with each other and knowing that we all have something in common, which is just sharing the importance of just living right, eating healthy, and just sharing the love of running. I've completed 4 marathons, and I should be doing my next marathon in October, which is the United States Marine Corps Marathon. Another thing that I also am doing is just sharing the power of being a mother. That's something that being a single mother of 3 children and being 47 years old, it's something that a lot of people they appreciate, but sometimes a lot of people don't know that there is a big struggle sometimes in being a mother, a single mother raising children, and being in the profession and just, being involved with the community. So I just really think that sharing that with everyone, it's important that people know that as an older woman, you can still be successful and you can still pursue your dreams. I'm currently right now going to pursue my PhD in clinical child psychology, because I think also it's really important to know the effects of generation, the culture, in just being able to be a clinician and providing services, not only for the older generation, but also for the younger generation. So I just think, I really thank the Bronx Puerto Rican parade for having the pageant, because I think that it just opened up a lot of doors and opportunity to be able to share these resources, not only with the board or with, the other pageant members and contestants, but with the community. So I really thought that this was a great opportunity to share all of these resources and just be able to open up other opportunities for myself as well. So I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to be here today and to just share all these wonderful things that everyone here is also doing too. So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for that. I did not expect that. And, I applaud you being a single mom, 3 children, and that's your driving force. Mm-hmm. I heard the passion, and I salute you. And all you moms out there, please take note of the message that was just delivered. She's on her way to get her PhD. She didn't use any excuse to hold her back from her dreams. And the fact that she's saying the doors that are opening, she didn't say open, she said opening. So she's manifesting more positive things into the universe on behalf of the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And next we have the 2025 king himself, not Chef Boyardee, but Chef Puerto Rico.
Buenas tardes. My name is Ruben Santana. I was born in Comerío, Puerto Rico, center of the island. And I moved to New York when I was about 10 years old, and I've been here since. The reason why I joined the pageant, it was very personal. When I hit about my 35 years, when I became 35 years old, I started noticing that my body was changing. Things around me were changing. I wasn't getting any younger. And I started questioning myself. And that's when I entered a stage of depression. And I know that's a big thing for us guys to talk about. It's a topic that's very hard to talk about sometimes because people call you loco, crazy. They look at you like you're weird, you're on medications, and they kind of discard you to the side. It's like you're not good anymore. But I signed up for this pageant because I needed to prove myself and prove to others that we can do it. Although we go through hardships and hard times, but we have to gather ourselves together again and come back. And I think I did a comeback, and a powerful one, because now I have a message to share with everybody. As a cultural king, I not only share culture, which I'm very proud, but I also share the importance of talking about mental health. I think it's a big issue out there. A lot of people are suffering in silence. And I know it's very hard to find help. And I tell people it's a fight with yourself. And I think it's the biggest fight you're ever going to have. When you're fighting with your own self, with your own mind, telling every day it's going to be okay. And it's a battle that never ends, okay? A lot of people think, you take medication, you're good to go. No. Every day you got to keep reminding yourself, keep going. You're going to be okay. And the more you talk about it and the more you share the story, the stronger you become. And then you see the reaction from people, and they start opening themselves and sharing the story. And I think that's a very powerful thing to hear and to share. And I'm very honored to represent the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, represent all Puerto Ricans here in New York City, in Puerto Rico, all my Latinos, and also those that are struggling with mental health and also abuse, because as a young kid, I was sexually molested, and that's a big part of my life. That's another story we're going to be talking about. So Ruben has a lot of story. It's been tough, and that's why I relate to many people in my community, because it's not easy to be in New York by yourself, to grow and face this big issue, which is mental health. Mm-hmm. And I think we all can agree on that, right, guys?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm speechless. You touched on so many points there. And then to come right after a therapist. And we did not set this up. We did not set this up this way at all.
You gotta get both sides of the story.
And it's a perfect marriage. It's the fact that you actually touched on something that this month is actually men's mental health.
Yes.
And they're adapting it to men's health, but the fact that you touched on so many things, and then mental health, but you said something that many people frown upon or shy away from is the child abuse.
Yes.
I worked with kids and teenagers for 13 to 15 years, so thank you.
No problem.
Thank
I
you.
know
And
that we need to talk about that. A lot of people kind of stay quiet for that subject. Everybody it's like, we don't want to touch that subject, the abuse. We don't want to hear that. And it's something that you have to talk about because it's something that affects as a person the rest of your life. Even when you are entering into a relationship that you're trying to find a partner for your life, that plays a big it plays a big role in your life and affects every part of your life. So it's very important to talk about it. When a child tells you that something is going on, you better listen because something's going on. Okay, guys, don't ignore it. It's very important. And yeah, that's a good. I'm glad that we're talking about this.
thank you, King. Seriously, thank you. I applaud you.
Thank you.
And moving on next to this fine beauty, you can see she belongs on TV. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Please introduce yourself and let the world see who you are.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Christine Avalo. I am a born and raised Bronx girl. Proud. But I am even more proud to be 100% Boricua. I am currently a nursing student. I decided to go back into the nursing field. I've been working for over 10 years in cosmetic dermatology. I'm a certified clinical practice laser specialist. I've been doing that for the past 12 years, and I wanted to kind of step into a more responsible role and kind of elevate my career and step back into the nursing field. And I feel it's so important because I actually don't think a lot of people know this, but as a Puerto Rican or even as a Latina woman, we do not have a large representation in the medical field, in the nursing field. In 2022, there was a study that came out, and it was 6.9% of Latina nurses in the United States of America. And I hope to change that, and I hope to inspire everyone, all of our little children that are seeing this and that are learning about the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, and they see me and they see everyone up here and they see that we can do it because we are from the same neighborhoods that you're from. I went to high school in the South Bronx. Shout out Fannie Lou Hamer.
All right.
I'm a born and bred Bronx girl, and I just love telling everyone that because, Puerto Ricans from the Bronx don't necessarily get a good rep. And I would love to kind of debunk that stigma. And I think we're all doing a great job with that, kind of showing who we truly are as individuals. We are career-oriented and driven, family-oriented and driven. We are loving, we are warm, resilient, strong, intelligent people. And I think that that's extremely important to kind of broadcast to the world.
And I appreciate that point you just made because there was a scientist that went to Puerto Rico in the 1930s. And this man began experimenting on savages.
Yes.
He wrote a book and said, "The United States versus Puerto Rico. The people of the United States are civilized versus the individuals of Puerto Rico. These are savages. They broke into my car. They destroyed my home. And because, you know why they did that? Because you were killing us, buddy." So the fact of the matter that you just mentioned, that we are intelligent, we are loving, we are kind, we are present, we exist.
Multi-layered, multi-dimensional. We are creatures of the world who just keeps on growing and expanding. And I just want to also touch up on this as well, a little bit of another reason why I wanted to join the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade is I am extremely white passing, my blonde hair and green eyes. I'm 100% Puerto Rican proud. And for me, I wanted to represent all of my blanquitas that are in the States that don't get seen as Puerto Ricans.
Right.
So I want to say that we see you, we hear you, we love you. And I have Marlon next to me, which I actually love because it shows the representation of the color spectrum.
Absolutely.
You know, so we are the same. We are the same.
Absolutely.
Dark skin, light skin, we are Puerto Ricans. We are intelligent Puerto Ricans. We are powerful.
Absolutely.
We are one.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, I want everyone to see this very handsome young man's face right quick. So let me lower this mic just a tad bit.
There you go.
I got the ladies got to see the goatee, buddy. All right. He's good, Big Al? Just a little bit. Just there you go. Oh, look at that. They throwing all celebrations for this guy. All right. Please let the world know who you are and what inspired you to do what you do and what's going on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marlon Derrick, and I am a singer-songwriter. I'm also a property manager for 2 different properties. My mom, I'm actually a mix. My mom was from Puerto Rico, from the town of Naguabo, which she was so prideful and patriotic. And she instilled those values into her 3 children, me being the youngest. So that was the reason why I joined this, because I wanted to make her proud. She passed away 3 years ago.
My condolences.
Thank you. And her last request was to be buried in her hometown. So we were able to bury her in her, the love of her land. So really happy that we were able to do that. We miss her. I miss her so much. I'm the youngest of 3, and my mom was my best friend. So, she's definitely missed, but I know she's watching down on me, and she's very proud that I joined this, the Bronx Puerto Rican Parade, and I'm here today. And then my father was from Guyana. So I have a little bit of West Indian blood in me as well.
What you say?
Shout out to my Guyanese people as well. But like I said, I love to sing. I'm a singer, published singer and songwriter. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, different platforms. And I've written songs and everything from salsa to mariachis to English to rap to hip hop. So I just love music. Music is a part of me. It's part of my DNA. And like I said, my mom, my father, they instilled that love of music in me. So a little bit of everything. I just wanted to meet a lot of people and, just represent in my community. I'm also big on helping the community and people in my community. So I look forward to being part of, the activities that go along with, helping the people in our community throughout this year of rain, so.
Thank you, Marlon. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look from the far right all the way to the far left, especially the point that the princess made, this is basically what a Puerto Rican is, a melting pot. You see the Spaniard, you see the European, you see the African, you see the Indian, okay? And you even see a little Asian in there. That's me. See that? So I just want to say that we're going to take a short 1-minute break. We're going to show you this promo video because my co-host has arrived and we're going to have fun with the royal court. And then we're going to have the president and, of course, the head coordinator here as well. Only on the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show with Artie Rodriguez, Jose Rivera, and Big Al Williams.
Artie Rodriguez,
Jose Rivera,
and we here to talk to you about
the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade.
So come out June 14th, 2025.
It's gonna be off the hook. You're gonna love it.
Bring out your instruments, everything that makes you look good, your maracas, and shake your little thing.
And we'll see you there.
Because if you ain't dancing, then you acting weird.
That's right. There you go. We'll see you there.
Boricua!
Are you ready? Oh yeah, it's coming.
the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, coming to you live.
Be sure to come out June 14, 2025 to the Grand Concourse, 165th Street, all the way to Mount Eden. You already know.
Grand Marshal DJ Caivito. Padrino de la Parada, Dr. Anderson Torres. Madrina de la Parada, Aisha Hernandez. With live performances. With your hosts, Jose and Artie.
Puerto Rico.
Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Puerto Rico.
Unidos somos más fuertes.
Saying away, 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 away. 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 Take me back to the island of Jamaica, where the ocean is so deep and blue, and I could tell that when I look at you, then we'll be fine. White sand with some pink, feeling so good I can't think. Raise a glass full of that drink. Look at me and all I do is wink. Saying away, 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 away. 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 Out here dancing in the rain, running to the ocean as it's calling my name. Nothing will never be the same. Oh, leaving this, oh baby, what a shame. Out here living my youth, out here living my truth. Watching all of these views, fighting it, well baby, what's the use? Take it for the moment, say what you wanna know it. Don't you know we with these island boys? You and me, baby, that all we got is time. Don't you know we winning all the time? Saying away, 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 away. 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 You and me, that baby, all we got is time. Don't you know we winning all the time? Saying away, 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 away. Saying away, 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 away. Saying away, 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 away. Saying away, 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 away.
Yeah, man.
You know Wagwan?
Wagwan.
You know, come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
You guys wish we were in Jamaica.
No,
with
it's
us.
like come here. Come here.
Come here.
No, not
No.
come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Yeah, come here.
Come here. Come
Come
here.
here. Mean come here.
Okay. Come here. Come here.
Yeah, man.
Welcome welcome back to the Extremities ENT Talk Show with Artie Rodriguez.
We are here live. I can't believe it.
That's right.
I finally got here on time. I was looking for the bathroom all that time, and I finally got here.
Oh, I thought you... Well, actually, they're shooting a music video. I walked in on the music video.
Yeah,
everybody looked at me, and I got laughed at. I was like, let me get out of here, because these are some buff girls.
I ran up here because I lost my phone.
Oh.
And the guy, this is funny. It's a funny story. The guy who took me here, I found him on the street and I said, hey, can you take me to, he took me here, but he lives right across from me. So my phone was lost in a very nice area. If I had taken any other cab, I would not have my phone.
Wow. See the blessings?
So it's a blessing. There's a reason why I'm here then. So congratulations, you guys. Look at you. You look amazing.
Thank you.
The smiles are fierce. I love it.
So, guys, in case you don't know Artie Rodriguez has been doing the Bronze Puerto Rican Day Parade for how long?
1901.
That's right.
Yes, Maribel does wear a lot of came.
So, throughout the years, he's built a lot of friendships and bridges that needed to be mended. He helped along the way, and people don't really speak about it because I've seen it. And I've seen not just the Bronze Puerto Rican Day Parade. He also did the Jerome Gun Hill bid. He also did the Allenton Barns. He did many things.
Oh, wow, yeah.
See,
all over the place.
I tell you this because this guy inspired me to be an MC. I was cutting school with my classmate one day across the street from the building, doing things he wasn't supposed to do during the day. Shout out to Monroe University. It was a college back then. And he was like, yo, I need you to meet this guys. And I was like, who? He was like, are they legit? I was like, for what? He was like, watch. And when I go, I see by the armory, these two guys have these children captivated. And Artie is just rolling with just comedy. And legit and him were just meshing. And I was like, the kids.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Bro, 25 years ago.
Oh, my God.
You see why I love you so much?
See, that's what now I know who God gave my skin to. Like, oh, my God.
So,
like, wow.
When you guys hear how this guy gives his all, he doesn't just do it just because this is son. He does it. He looks at you.
Support you, man. All the way. All the way. We got to support each other.
Buy this guy's music. He told me, yo, I want your stuff. See, that's the type of stuff that we want to give the whole world.
Yeah, man. We got to support each other.
So let them know what inspires you to do that and what you do here and where it's been from then to now. What do you see?
I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm a singer. I'm also an arranger. I've worked with very famous people, which I don't want to mention. But I've worked with some, and I'm doing 2 films right now. That's why I'm a little late because I was stuck in a meeting. But I've been doing this for years. And the 2 people who I give thanks to for putting me on the Puerto Rican Day Parade are no longer with us. Mr. Garcia and Ruben. Both of them were amazing. And they gave me the biggest hug and gave me a new home. They saw my television show. They came over to me and said, hey, get up on stage. And I've been on that stage ever since for almost 30-something years, I guess.
Shout out to Francisco and Ruben.
And Ruben, yeah. Ruben was really cool. Like, he was like the cool guy with the cowboy hat. And he came up to me, said, are you okay? Are you okay? Because he would do that. Are you okay? I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right. Gave me the biggest hug, made me feel at home. And then I made so many new friends and family from there. Which I really am so proud of you guys. You guys are holding up, this is years of tradition. And look how beautiful you look. You look amazing. You should be very proud of yourself. Thank you so much.
They are good looking, right?
They are. I can't stand them. Anyway, but the thing is that, we've been doing this for so many years, and Maribel is 105 years old. And she don't want to say it, but
that's Mary Kay.
That's Mary Kay. Mary Kay's in the house. But once I am so honored to be here with you guys and to let people know that the 14th is going to be amazing. Yes. We've got so many carrozas and so many bands and so many dancers and then you got the two putos of the Bronx. They're going to be there. They're going to rock. I'm going to wear a tutu, I don't know if you're into that. I'm going commando. I'm going to be wearing no socks. So if you want a picture with my ankle, just show up, man. I'm right there. El Blanquito de Bronx.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to a Italian salon. So, Audie, let these people know what can be expected while they're out there waving their hands in a special way like this. And
oh yeah, we gotta practice. We gotta practice. Wait, we gotta practice. Yeah. So everybody's ready?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. Ruby, you got it.
And then you're supposed to be like peasant. No.
She was quick to do it too.
She was actually really good at it. Peasants. Now, when somebody greets you and they give you all kinds of, you're supposed to like have the royal laugh. He got it. And the ladies do it with a little bit of asthma.
Just don't let it get caught right there.
Yeah, but welcome once again, man. You guys look fantastic, man. I can't wait. I give her scrunchies whenever I see her. Little hugs.
Yeah, Maribel, on behalf of Audie and myself, I want to say
we love you.
Phenomenal job. Last year was just the beginning, and this year shows a true comeback. Because a lot of people forgot what it was to celebrate. And we went to the Yonkers Day Parade, the Royal Court, and everybody. And I look at you guys, and you literally shined.
Yes.
You guys shined.
Yes.
And then when we went to the flag racing, oh my God, you guys did phenomenal.
That was amazing.
Salsa. You guys were making me want to go to the Cuchi Frito, get arroz con pollo.
When I saw two old friends of mine when I started in the club business way back in the days, and that just felt so good to see them. Mm-hmm. But I also realized I was born in 1901, and when I saw them, I'm old. I'm old. I come from way back. Do I look old?
No.
Oh my God! You are so adopted. Your last name is Rodriguez. You're coming home with me. I have a studio. But yeah, it was wonderful to see all those people and see people of the Bronx united together to raise our flag. That's amazing. We need to do that.
Right?
Yeah, we need to do that even more so.
We have Bobby Allende.
Yeah, we have
great Bronx legend.
Right.
We listen. Today we have to unite even more so.
Right.
That Puerto Rico is under attack, and we're not going to let that happen. And we've seen the parades double in Yonkers. Now here in the Bronx is going to double, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. You can't get rid of us. You can't. They even wrote a musical about us.
Yeah. I'm wondering where they want to deport me when they want to get rid of me. That's a native? Because I'm not going
you can't get rid of me. I could hide amongst you. Yo soy blanquito. But anyway, the thing is that it's just so good for us to understand and make the children understand that they have a rich history and background.
Right.
Because I look at us now, we're wonderful and everything is great, fantastic, but I'm concentrating on the 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds who look at TV and they need to see us so they can see themselves. And we've had presidents and we've had all kinds of people up on top that have been Latinos and Puerto Ricanos from the very beginning of time.
Guys, you notice he got here late, he didn't have his phone, but it's like he was listening to everything I was saying, right? Everything I was saying earlier.
Yeah. You know who that is?
God works.
It's that Chango thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's similar.
But I want to thank Rebecca because she called from my phone. And she was so sweet.
Aww.
She was like, when the guy got on, she goes, "It's his phone. You got it. It's in the cab. He needs it. He has asthma. Give him his phone." and we got the phone.
He needs it for the tutu.
Yeah, the tutu. He can't do the tutu without the phone. You guys don't believe this, but I wore a tutu, and this is how they found me. So they bought me a tutu.
I want to see it.
For the Puerto Rican Day. Girl, you have not seen legs.
Wait. You got to kick up a little.
Right.
Just so they can see the leg.
There you go.
Right there.
Look at the legs. Asking my glow.
Phenomenal. Pageant queen.
If you see I'm telling you, if you see my legs, you'll want to raise money for me. But I can't. So, I mean, it's the 14th. We have so many acts. We have great, and we have some really big people coming down, but we have even bigger people coming down. The people who wait for us to do the parade.
Yeah.
And that is the Bronx.
Yes. That's right.
They are our biggest people, and we love them to death.
Right.
We really do. I love the Bronx. I mean, I walk around the Bronx, and people have seen my show, and they still see me like, you're the guy from the Diamante show. You're the guy from Freddie Lopez show. And they still show love.
Yeah.
So get ready, because you guys are going to be loved for many years.
And that's a fact, because I still remember the Royal Court from 2014, 15, 16.
Shut up.
And they still walk up and down. I've seen them like Wrath. Edwin Wrath was with me the other day, and people came up to him and it was like, aren't you the hip hop gentleman? And I looked at him, he was like, Jose, they remember me. I was like, shut up and keep doing what you're doing. Do it.
It goes way back. It goes way back.
And look what happened. Started out here, was a Marine, became in the Army, became an Army Ranger, and then a fireman, and then a state trooper. All that because the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade gave him the opportunity to express himself.
Yes.
So
very proud.
You know, he used to tell me, listen, man, I was scared to rap and this and that, and we bonded with the first GQ. And Maribel, I remember Maribel told me when I was at Nightline Radio, way long time ago.
Wow.
We should do something. You should be a part of it. I was like, what? She was like, a GQ pageant. I was like, GQ? Sounds good.
Wow. See, she goes way back. 1901, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm about 98 years old. I got stuck there looking like this, but it's all right, because you know what?
I want to do something. And I want to get this man's information. He's one of our fellow producers and singers. That's very important for us to, when they announce this on this show, it's nice to hear that they're singers and everything, but it'd be even nicer for 99 cents that you buy one of the songs.
Yes.
That's right.
I usually buy like about 5 of them.
Thank you.
So I'm a singer and producer myself, and so this man is holding a torch for a lot of young kids and bringing a lot of inspiration. I want to thank you for that, and I want your information.
Sure.
Not only because I can call you, but the thing is, I just want your information so I could buy your stuff. That's important. When you hear stuff like that on this show, I like to know the information. So I actually buy the stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have to.
Last time we had artists here, he was literally going on and buying their stuff on the air. Live.
On the air, right?
On
okay,
air.
yeah.
And if you don't believe it, go back to our last couple shows. You're gonna see he's buying it, and then you know the artists were like, "Oh my God, thank you."
That's important.
That's important.
That's
when you
important.
go to an establishment where you're promoting yourself, and then all of a sudden you get the support right then and there. That shows you that there are good people in the world.
Yeah.
That's why I love this man.
But yeah, just if you see an artist coming on here, there's a lot of genres that come on here. Hip hop. You got some stuff from salsa world and all of this stuff. Freestyle, of course. When you hear that, we're not just putting it on so you could be amused. We're putting it on so maybe you could pick up the phone and buy maybe one song, 99 cents.
Al,
Yes.
you know what, Al? Can you go back so Artie and I could give all these people in the chat their shout outs, because they've been commenting and we want to acknowledge all these people.
Oh, that's
showing
great.
support to the Royal Court.
Yes.
All right, so first we have Kathy Vasquez. All right.
Kathy!
Working there.
You got
you got Miriam Sanchez.
Sanchez. Oh, you got to do this with the Spanish. Sanchez.
Oh,
You gotta say hi to
Nancy
Sanchez.
Palero Rodriguez from Florida.
Yes, Florida's in the house. I can't believe it,
We got
Florida.
Lacey Pastrana. That's right. She was with me in the Harlem Day Parade. And she did her thing with the camera.
I can't. Who else?
And you got IAXISRADIO. You got
What do they
Clip. My brother-in-law is in Orlando right now. He's over there in Westgate swimming. And he's looking like he's going to Cuba. He's swimming. Okay?
He just got here. What are they saying?
And then Ruthie, nice to see you all on IAXISRADIO. There you
What
go.
did Vivian say?
He said that
They need more caring nurses. There you go. She's a nurse. There you go. Thank you. God bless you. Show the
Oh, that's
girls
great.
You can do it. You can do it.
I felt like a chef.
Congratulations to you all. Many more blessings.
Yes.
Cafecito over here in Florida.
Yeah.
And they're living life. That's Tito over in Parchester. He's over there trying to get our love and hip hop.
Tito!
Miriam Chunches, me love you too, long time.
I can't notice.
We got Tyrone Green. That's behind enemy lines. You can catch them every Saturday. Peace, Kings to you too. We go to Cuba and we smoke and do what we do. The Havana. And then you got the board member herself, the Cultural Affairs Director, Carolyn Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez. All right.
That's right. Ella es su prima de otro padre y hermana.
Well, my father had a lot of Rodriguez's.
Lacey dice, I will be there to take that shit. Oh, where? In the toilet? Yes.
Wait, she's taping what?
We need one to work.
She's taking a what?
That's the one is going to be in the Bronx.
I can't read this stuff.
Hello, Big Al. Okay. IAXISRADIO. Hello, Miriam.
Sorry.
Okay. Saludo, Caroline.
Oh, wait a minute. Caroline Rodriguez says, ha, 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 ha.
Que viva de Arroyo, boy. So proud of you all from Caroline. Rodriguez, stand up. She said, Rodriguez, stand up. Okay, like Zorro. All right. Okay. He's going to be up there with a tutu, and I'm going to come up with a 3-3. So you already know. All right, guys, talk. Have fun. What is it? Who do you want to talk to?
What made you get into this?
I did want to say that I think that being a part of this is amazing because we have the ability we are building relationships and we're also networking within each other. And that's what we're doing now. And that's what we will continue to do. And there's a quote that says, success is not what you have, it's who you are. And that to me just really it kind of it resonates, but it reflects on how our parents, right? They migrated to the United States, right? Yes. My mom and my dad, they came at such a young age. My mom came, she moved from Puerto Rico to Brooklyn, actually, and she worked so that she could bring her siblings to the States. And she really, she put in all of her heart and effort to make that happen. And my father as well, he moved from Naguabo to Delaware. And he just basically, he was such a young age, but, he wanted to make sure also that he left a legacy and had 4 beautiful daughters and raised them to be very strong and resilient.
Yes.
My sisters and I were all on a professional field, but it was because of the work, the foundation that was laid down by our parents.
Yes.
So shout out to my dad, who is, God bless his soul, rest in peace. He passed away 3 years ago as well. And my mother, who is still alive, for their hard work, because it was blood, sweat, and tears that they put their 4 daughters into, private schools, and they hustled, and they left something. They left something so powerful for not only their children, but for the community as well, for the cousins, the uncles, the family, the friends in the community, where they were able to say, you know what, nosotros podemos ser, and it goes back to, it resonates also to, for what we, unidos somos más fuertes, being together and just being bonded together and working together and networking together. So that way the community can become stronger and we could, unite and just be able to just build and help each other out and become successful, men and women, Latino, Latinas, so that we can just be successful and continue to press forward. And what I'd like to see in the future is that, yes, our parents and our grandparents, they came here, they laid down the foundation so that way we can be educated and we can become knowledgeable and in our field and become experts. But I believe that with the knowledge and with the expertise that we have, that we can take this back to Puerto Rico and build Puerto Rico to become stronger and to become strong, right? and to build and to just, you know, so that way there's resources there, and that there's, you know, I think that, you know, we should be doing that. I think that we should be taking back what we have here, right?
Yes.
Going back home and building there, because it's so much, you know, there's schools that have closed down. There's a lot of things that are happening. And I think with the resources that we have, that our parents gave us, I think we just need to go back home and just
very good
build,
absolutely
build. And that's one thing that I want to do in the near future. You know, some people say, well, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? You know, I believe that there's, you know, Ruben was mentioning a little bit about mental health and wellness, and me being in the field of a therapist, you know, going back and saying, you know what, there's so much generational trauma that needs to be addressed, right? Because of the stigma of mental health not being addressed, because you know, eso son cosas de lo loco, whatever, you know, no, it's something that needs to be addressed, so that way, you know, people can say that this is something real. Mental health is real. You know, there's depression, there's anxiety, there's schizophrenia.
Big time.
Many
huge.
Right?
Layers.
And not enough help. And I think that, you know, with just the intervention of resources and people that have the knowledge and the expertise to be able to address those issues is so super important.
Very good. I love your passion.
I
I love your passion. Good job.
When it comes to Unidos, right? Somos más fuerte. One of the things I noticed this weekend as I was taking the train to go to different festivals, I've been all over the place. I like people. I like to go out and explore, right? And I was sitting on the train on my way to the festival, and this group of Puerto Ricans came in, and they started talking about, you're not Puerto Rican enough because you weren't born in the island.
Wow.
So we need to talk about the division among us, among our community. We also dividing each other. Sometimes we look at each other, oh, you are a little darker than me. Or when I go to Puerto Rico, sometimes they look at me like, oh, you dress differently. Or you are a little light-skinned than the rest of the Puerto Ricans. So we need to stop that, okay? We are a family. Like we said, we come from different backgrounds, beliefs, sexuality, color. So it doesn't matter where you were born. If you feel like you're Puerto Rican, you're proud of being Puerto Rican, you are Puerto Rican. Right. And sometimes we need to ignore those voices that tell you you're not good enough. And you need to stand up and say, yes, I'm good enough. I'm Puerto Rican like you are. Yes. And I'm proud to be Puerto Rican. And that's something that we need to talk a little bit more about that. Right.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. I think that the dynamic in the color is huge. And I mean, when we were slaves, we had to talk to each other no matter what the color of the skin was. And we need to take that and bring it with us today. Right. And so that's really important. And for our kids to understand their value goes way back into some people who actually endured slavery, all kinds of different things in our little island. Yes, and you know what? We're here today to let them know we've got this at hand. And just to let you know, my daughter just built a business in Puerto Rico.
Nice.
So we gotta make sure. I love what you said. Absolutely. Because it brought it back to when I was growing up. It was a different thing. I grew up under an oppression that we were cockroaches. We didn't belong here. So for me, it felt kind of bad, but I learned along the way from some very, very powerful singers back then who sang the truth and let me see who I am. That what I see is not necessarily the truth on TV, but what I feel in my heart is. Right. And so being Puerto Riqueño is important to me. Yes. So I'm so happy that you guys said that. It's really important. And you know what? The color of the skin, seriously, secondary, because the blood is all red. Yeah. Yes. And we are all Puerto Riqueño.
It's blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Till it comes out.
Right. So it comes out like, and then it's...
So yeah, don't make me prove it to you. I mean, take out my blood, cut myself right here.
And it's beautiful because it signifies the colors of our flag.
Yes, man.
Inside blue, red.
Blue, red.
There you go.
Ow, work.
And then we have the nurse to just capitalize on what the therapist and
I'm gonna need
right proportionate. So you're in nursing and you can touch a lot on what they're talking about.
I actually can. So I just finished doing my mental health
psychiatric rotation in Bellevue Hospital.
Nice.
And
yes, the
trenches.
Absolutely,
it
the
was the
trenches.
trenches. For sure, it was. It was the trenches because the unit I was in actually was newly admitted patients, so
Wow.
they were not stable yet, and I didn't know necessarily who were these patients. Were they violent patients? Were they patients that were having some depression, postpartum? Because mental health, there's a broad spectrum of mental health.
Yes.
You know, it's not always violent.
Right.
I think mental health is violent.
Actually, it can be very silent.
Yes. And I have a friend of mine who's a Latina who has schizophrenia. And I learned a lot from her, actually, with being with her while she had her manic episodes. And I learned so much personally from her. So when I was able to go into Bellevue Hospital as a nursing student doing my clinical rotations, communicating with patients, I remembered that my friend, someone I love, had similar issues or, you know, along the spectrum of mental health. And I personally was able to give better care because I was less scared. I was more educated.
Yes.
And I know the disparity in the medical and health industry where the Black and the Latino community are not represented and we are treated extremely poorly.
I am so glad you said that.
The others.
Yes.
So for me going in, I like to make sure I give proper care above and beyond. I've actually gotten not kicked out, but like my friends, my classmates are like, Christine, we gotta go. Let's get out of this. And I'm just like, no, I'm not done with my patient, with my care.
I'm not finished.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
to make sure that they're okay. And when I leave, I make sure that they know that they're getting better. I say, you know, God has your health in his hands. You will get better.
Yeah.
You are beautiful. I say little words of affirmations depending on what they're going through. I do little words of affirmations right before I leave. And I try to remain positive when I am with them to kind of give them some of my energy.
Yes.
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 Excellent. And that's something that they're going to remember too.
Yeah.
You have to remember God is there. God is with you all the way. But he also gives you the tools and he gives you the people in your life to fight certain battles. And you're one of those things. You're one of those angels. So that's important.
And then to wrap this all up.
Yes.
We have the future, and I'm just going to put this into the universe.
A future psychiatrist.
No. A future music therapist.
You know what? I had a therapist that used music.
I mean, his acapella.
Yeah, and I was like,
is therapy in itself.
I don't want to hear him because then I'll fall in love.
Yes, you will.
And then I'll put on a tutu. And then I'll want his number. Oops, I got his number. Anyway, but
I hear a little something.
Are you kidding me? Look at the skin color alone is telling you, que romantico. The man looks at you and you melt.
Yeah, very suave. Very suave.
Yeah, like the look, the eyes, you're done. I looked at him and I said, okay, we'll have children. So what's your thing for the future? What are we going to do?
You know what? I'm just trying to be a better person, like all around.
Nice.
To be honest, working on some more music, helping out people in my community, and just to touch upon what Ruben said and what you said about skin color. It is important to realize that we all do come in different colors.
Yes.
I mean, I've had people talk about me in Spanish.
Yes.
With me in front of them, thinking that I don't know. I like to think that's like a superpower, like a fly on the wall. I'm listening. So I've embraced that, and it's interesting though. We do sometimes are divisive amongst ourselves, and that's something that definitely has to change, because we.
That actually happened to me at the hardware store. The hardware store. I've been going there for my children are now 37. Mm-hmm. So I go to the hardware store and he looks at me. I spoke to him in Spanish. He goes, "Oh, tú eres puertorriqueño?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "No, pero tú eres tan palaquito. I thought you were Italian."
Yeah.
Like, no, yo soy puertorriqueño, papi.
Yeah.
But he didn't know. He judged me
it
based on the glow-in-the-dark sticks.
Yeah, it definitely happens.
He didn't know, man. So, yeah.
You know what's funny, too?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I actually like to say this to people when they say, "Oh, tú pareces como blanca. Oh, I didn't know you were Spanish."
Yes.
I say, "Well, have you ever been to the island of Puerto Rico?"
Yes.
Have you ever been? And I guarantee you 99% of the time they say they haven't. And I use it as an educational time where I say, you know, when I go to the island, whenever I go to the island, no one ever questions me. In fact, they don't even talk English to me. They speak Spanish immediately is because they know.
But over 37 years, this man never uttered a word to me. And I said, "Oh, gracias. Dios te bendiga." He goes, "What?"
Yeah, here they think.
He was like, "Man, that's pretty good. Are you Puerto Rican?" "Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, dude."
Yeah, it happened to me too.
There's so
I went
many
into a
colors.
little cuchiflito and they go, "It's faisán." I said, "What?" They say, "Faisán." I said,
"Faisán.
Are you insulting me?" And he said, "Do you know speaking of English?"
Faisán. Una capucha.
I said, "Exactly." I said, "Yo, vine aquí por un bacalaíto." And he was
Wow!
"Hey, you Spanish. Spanish.
You do it well.
My Spanish not good." I was like, "This guy, bro." But, you know, the thing is that we've been marginalized, right? We've been put in this, we've been compartmentalized to hate each other. And this isn't just with us, but it's all
all over.
Hispanic, Latino communities that,
Yes.
you know, because slavery went and all over. And the fact of the matter is that the Caribbean was just like the point from the east side of the world to the west side of the world. We're right in the middle.
Big time.
And we were the port. And when they saw that all the riches that we had, they was like, "Oh, it's because of the gold." No, they don't call it Puerto Rico because of the gold. They call it Puerto Rico because we are enriched with beauty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know that Puerto Rico's on the top of a volcano?
Yeah. Wow.
Did people know that?
That's
when you
funny.
take a satellite and you look all the way down, it's at least 50,000 feet down.
Wow.
So talk about being at the top of the mountain.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that.
With water all around us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So please, any final words, Cynthia? And we'll go straight down.
Any final words? I think that this is just an amazing time, and thank you for allowing for us to be here and just be very expressive of, you know, our time in the pageant, and just sharing just, you know, who we are. And what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a lot of powerful, wonderful things. Like Christine had mentioned, we are powerful, we are strong, we are resilient, and we are more than conquerors. We're here to make sure that we do work together as a community and build each other up and become stronger. So that way, you know, when there's strength in numbers, right?
Yes,
So,
baby.
you know, as we become stronger with the strength in numbers, you know, it's harder for people to tear us down.
That's right.
Yes.
You know, we make a stand and we stand for just what's right and just moving forward. You know.
There you go.
Right.
Ruben?
Y el rey.
I want to take this moment to invite everybody to join us this June 14 on the Grand Concourse. We're going to celebrate our pride. We're going to have a great time. If you see the Royal Court, don't be shy. Come to us. Take a photo with us, and let's celebrate what is being Puerto Rican here in the Bronx, here in New York, and celebrate our culture. And
Yes.
waiting for you guys. I'm going to see you there on the
The
Grand
14th.
Concourse.
Christina?
I just want to say thank you so much to the both of you for giving me the opportunity to come on your platform and just kind of give my little spiel on who I am. And hopefully this has inspired everyone that's watching to get into the nursing field, the medical field, the law field. I don't know, do whatever you want, but just be somebody because you are somebody.
Yes, baby. I'm gonna need my pulse read.
Just want to say thank you for having us. It's been an honor here. The board of the Bronx Puerto Rican Parade, thank you for having us.
Yes.
We appreciate all the hard work you do in putting this parade together, putting this pageant together. And even though this was, let's say, a competition, I never felt like I was competing with you guys. Like, you guys we're all friends. Like, we all, you know, outside of this, we communicate with each other. So thank you for becoming friends.
And it's so funny how you said that, because
Yeah.
it is. We're actually working on something. We're putting something together for men's mental health awareness. We're going to be putting on something very soon. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You're lucky I wasn't running, because I would have ripped his suit. I would have lost his socks. I would have messed up their makeup or whatever. I would have done whatever I could, because this needs help.
So, June 14, 2025, come on to the Grand
Puerto Rican Day Parade.
165th Street to Mount Eden. And if you don't see this guy and this guy, then you better go get a map, because we're going to be at your loss. That's right, it's going to be your loss. Coming up next, we got the president, we got the coordinator, we got the directors, we got the board coming on. And I don't mean the Ouija board, I'm talking about the Puerto Rican Day Parade on the Bronx board.
The 14th.
So we're Audie Rodriguez.
14. Jose Rivera. We're going to be there June 14th. Be there, because it's going to be off the hook. And I'm going to be wearing a tutu. So.
And I'm just Michael Rambo.
Please do. Please do.
We'll be back in
We'll
just
be right
30
back.
seconds with the board.
Well, Audie Rodriguez.
Jose Rivera.
And we here to talk to you about
the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade.
So come out June 14th, 2025.
It's going to be off the hook. You're going to love it.
Bring out your instruments, everything that makes you look good.
Your maracas.
And shake your little thing. And we'll see you there. Because if you ain't dancing, then you acting weird.
That's right. There you go. We'll see you there.
Boricua!
Are you ready? Oh, yeah, it's coming. The Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, coming to you live.
Be sure to come out June 14, 2025 to the Grand Concourse, 165th Street, all the way to Mount Eden. You already know.
Grand Marshal DJ Cajito. Padrino de la Parada, Dr. Anderson Torres. Madrina de la Parada, Aisha Hernandez. With live performances. With your hosts, Jose and Artie.
Puerto Rico.
Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade!
Puerto Rico.
Unidos somos más fuertes.
Personal.
All right, welcome back to the Extremities ENT Talk Show with Audie Rodriguez.
Yes!
And we are here with the one and only Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade president and coordinator, as well as the cultural affairs director. And we also have someone else, MQ, that's behind scenes that we're going to bring on right now in just 2 seconds once this camera just gets nice and lit, because it looks like, us Puerto Ricans, when we get lit, we go off the Pitoro or down the road and we take a party.
It just feels so official to say his name, because I really like it. I have Arsenio, who the hell wants to go through that? But you got Al. Al. You can say, even when he walks and he's so sexy, you go, Al.
Yeah, that's big bro right there,
I
and
really
he's-
like the way you guys still have the balls.
Yeah.
Just wonder, it's there, so I feel so inadequate at this moment. What are we talking about?
These
balls, guys.
It's not that kind of party, It's not that kind of party. It just I felt so close to them for some reason.
All right, Audie, we're bringing on to the stage right now.
Yes.
We're bringing a couple of people on the stage, and we got Caroline coming on. Hey, Caroline.
Caroline, there
Hey.
she is. It's like you don't care.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just here watching the interview. I'm so proud of the royal court. I think I cried like 2 times. I feel like a proud mom, you know?
I cried. I can't go to the bathroom yet.
No, I'm like, look.
What was that you said, Caroline? Audie and that tutu will be priceless.
I thought it was a joke, but apparently this is a real thing. So what time am I showing up over there? Because I need to see this tutu. What time do you need me there?
You see it.
So, Maribel.
I can't wait.
The total shift in a positive way from last year when we kicked off to now, it's doubled. I'm even.
It might be triple.
That's what I was about to say. Even triple. So knowing that all the hard work that you did behind the scenes, the team, the board, each and every one of them, the volunteers, that actually took the time to work with these individuals is not easy. And you continue to encourage your board members.
Yeah,
I know because I personally listened to you. I've seen when people were like, enough, and you just like found the way, because you're charismatic, and that's why everybody loves you. So seeing the growth, what does that do for you?
Well, first, it's not just me; it's the whole board. I think I have a strong board this year and last year too. We grew in the past year. And everybody, like I must say thank you to Caroline. She also motivated me a lot to keep going. Thank you to Rebecca and Diana and the whole board. I mean, everybody that's in the board is very motivated, and I think that's the reason why we've grew so much. We have a great board. Everybody sticks together. We are not about, bochinche.
No, and we're all good looking.
We are just together. Like we are really together. We are stronger, and that's why we have that theme. And I don't know. I think that's gonna be the theme forever because it's the truth. Unidos somos más fuertes.
Unidos.
And we are very united.
And I want to speak to the coordinator who. Basically, so I don't know how you don't have gray hairs.
I do.
But well, if you do, it looks very nice. Maybe it's the lighting in here.
I'm going to call her iPhone. If it wasn't for her, I would have my iPhone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tutu.
You are. Oh yes, I can't wait.
And I just want to say thank you for actually doing the stuff that you did, all the outreaching, and for being the publicist for our company as well, and for helping us. You put us on the map further than what we could have ever been. And the reason why I even took the company to where it is because of Maribel. When we was out just a radio station, she was like, you should expand. You got potential and all this and that. And I was like, okay. And then, and look what it's gotten. And then you come on board and it's like, oh my God. And, I see these little girls come up to you and hug you. And I'm like, wow. And they're like, hi. And then the little boys coming up to you, and then the way you speak to them, like they love you, like you're their mom. I'm like, how does she do that? When they see me, they be like, you come near me, I'm gonna bite you.
I like the way that they motivate because now I have 5 children. And that vision was like, let's populate. And I was like, okay, Maribel, no problem. So I had 5 children after that. But I want to thank you for having us. Rebecca texts you so nice, though.
Yeah.
When she texts real nice to see if that, and then she lets you have it.
Yeah. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Did you have your cafecito? Oye, mira.
Are you on your job? Hello.
Las orejas.
Muy bien, Rebecca. Muy bien.
I've been a part of this for before the pandemic, where you was given the title of Forever Princess.
Yeah.
And when Maribel had said that to everyone, everybody looked at you like, what does that mean? But you've done a lot of behind the scenes work where you earned that title. What's that been for you?
No. So I was crowned in 2017, and then I was the princess from 2017 to 2019. I did so much community outreach. During that time, we had the hurricane in Puerto Rico, And I sat in front of my house day in and day out for hours on end, collecting water and anything that people wanted to bring. So that's what it's about. It's a crown. It's about, it's not about beauty. It's about what you can do for your community.
Yes.
And that's what I did. And we used to do the nursing homes, used to do all that stuff. And that was just my favorite, just giving back to the community. So I became the Forever Princess because after we had COVID. So then we didn't have the parade or anything. I was just a princess until Maribel came along. And
Forever Princess. So that's a good one.
Yeah, I will be your Forever Princess.
Okay.
Aboard. And I am so super blessed and grateful. And I love Maribel. This is a family. This is not no egos here. We work together and families do fight and we do fight sometimes. But we come back and we know that there's a bigger purpose for this.
We haven't even noticed the scratches.
No,
you didn't notice his scratches? Your scratches?
No,
everybody thinks this is a mosquito bite.
We fight, but we love each other.
Absolutely.
Oh, my eye almost came out. But we love each other.
Artie, I love you.
I love you.
But Caroline,
I can't wait.
I just want to say that, you did a phenomenal job with your pageants.
Thank you.
The children look phenomenal.
Thank you.
I got a best friend with the former queen and with the current queen, the Infantes. Those are like my hearts. I protect them. I bring out the chancleta. If anybody wants to get near us, it's on. And then we have the teenagers.
Yes.
Who did a phenomenal job. Oh my God. Manati, her voice. I said, you must be related.
Yes.
Why? I said, because you got a voice and I don't. And then you have the adults. Like, oh my God, you guys just pulled out everything.
I can't wait to join next year because I want to do the swimwear outfit.
Artie. We should, right? Imagine. We actually used to do swimwear back in the days. I don't know if you remember that, Maribel.
Yeah.
When I was a contestant, we did that.
Ruben is like
never again. Ruben, but you made it to Recultural, so don't participate again until like 2 years, from now. So don't worry about you in the bathing suit. You're good.
Yeah, I can't wait. So when I take off my clothes, you will raise money for me.
That's right.
Anyway,
I'm gonna have an alias, Chuleta.
Oh, ow! I still need my pulse. Anyway,
so knowing Artie's been a part of this for such a long time, and he's a part of the foundation from the new era, because you guys started this way long time ago, and it was during the migration, and when the Bronx were going through burning situations, okay. And we weren't getting the respect. But then hip hop happened. And then salsa happened. And then freestyle happened. And then slowly but surely house. And then even R&B. And then everybody was like, okay, what is going on here? Then you throw a little sofrito and throw a little sazon con achote. And then all of it. Say that again?
El adobo.
There you go, baby.
There you go.
Bagel.
I don't even care about music. I'm just starving right now. Where do you live?
I'm starving too. I mean, straight from work.
He said adobo, and I was like, what?
What are you putting it up?
Anybody have something? What?
There's a plant next to you.
I'm about to graze. I'll go over here and graze.
So you guys have a float.
We have a float.
But that for just the board members and the court.
Yes, and
right?
we're going to have a special performance on our float.
All right.
So if you want to know who it is, you need to be there because it's going
to be square.
Nice.
And aside from that, we also have a special invited guest. The child of this special invited guest is going to be on the stage performing. And the invited guest just confirmed, but I'm not going to say.
Bunny?
Oh, no, but it's someone who is Bad Bunny. But
maybe next year. They
want to let it be. And
well, if it's any consolation, we are going to have bunnies there.
That's right. And and then when you come through, everybody's going to be like, woo-ha!
But they'll be good bunnies.
That's right. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. I'm just going to let it be known, you know what I'm saying? His son, Trillion, is going to perform with us along with Real. And then we got Candelo from Orlando. And then we have, who else, Artie? Who else we got? We got Serene.
Serene's going to be in.
But before that, before the whole festivities on the float, we have someone opening with some gospel.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Powerful.
I forgot his name.
Jeremiah
just
Reborn.
Who?
Jeremiah Reborn.
I could have sworn she said Bullfrog. But anyway, yes. He's going to be there. He's actually, they called me about someone being on there and bringing some of our Lord into the thing. And
Amen.
You have to have those walls well built.
You have to have that blessing and that covering.
Have the Lord present. Yes. There's no enemy that can stand.
Right. Exactly.
Or against us.
Exactly.
So he's gonna do the prayer and he's going to sing for us.
That's right.
Too.
Yes.
And
he's
then
we
also have the wife of worldwide famous Abby from TKA, his wife, Aina, who is going to praise us with some freestyle and electro music.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
We also have our very own girl, Sail Away herself, Rial.
Yes, Rial.
You know, and Audie was kind enough to buy her music right when she was on the show.
I'm just about to do that right now.
You know, with Marlon.
Yeah,
with
Marlon.
You got to buy Marlon too.
I buy his
support.
Than me.
He look like Suge Knight.
Yeah, if I don't buy it, I'm definitely going to be smaller.
That's right. And then we have Double R. We have Ray Pearson, who just performed at the 116th festival. He was amazing.
Nice.
And then we have your friend, Ray Villegas.
Ray Villegas.
Coming all the way from Florida. Who's going to give us salsa.
Yes, and he hasn't changed. I hate him. Because I hate him. He's got great skin. I really hate him.
Well, you haven't changed much either.
I know.
You look the same for 30 years.
That's it.
That's just a little white hair here.
You're so
nothing crazy.
My name is Rodriguez. You live with me now. But yeah, no, he's amazing. And what a voice.
Yeah.
He's held true to the tropic sounds and the originality of where salsa came from. That man, and he's got some gifted musicians. Now I really hate him.
And then to finish off, we have the Bronx representatives from Jackson Avenue and 149th Street who did backup singing for Aventura.
I'm not
and many other celebrities. Ladies and gentlemen, your honorees, Miguel and John Q.
Yeah.
The Fam's Music.
Those guys are amazing. Another set of people that I hate. I know who God gave my body to. It's just when
they're
they
very humble.
They're they're so humble and ugly.
Yeah.
Those guys
like no.
Those guys actually rock. Every show that we do, their dedication to the arts can be felt on the stage.
Nice.
And the way that they wear the Taiputo jeans looks really good.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to give a special shout out to the board and you guys actually nominating who's going to be the padrino, who's going to be the grand marshal, who's going to be the representatives that are going to be coming out and waving their hands like this with the royal court.
You did it right. That's the way you're supposed to do it, with your thumb here, not separate, but like this.
Well, this is for the Vulcans.
Take it from the Forever Princess. She knows.
Like this.
Listen to the Forever Princess.
We're not
So Maribel, speak about these individuals who are this year's Grand Marshal and Padrino and all.
So you want me to say their name?
Absolutely. Yeah, give us the
Everyone knows. Spill the beans.
The Padrino is my neighbor in Puerto Rico from Ponce. He's from Ponce. Dr. Anderson Torres.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got a lot of doctors.
Puerto Rico.
You know what's really good is that we have a lot of doctors and nurses. So if you don't drink enough water and faint, we got people.
Well, he's not that type of doctor, pero imagínate. We could pretend.
Rain, for those that don't know.
Shout out to Rain. Rain, you do great things. I'm in the medical and mental health field. I've actually worked with Rain. And when I learned that the Padrino was actually a part of it, he came up to me at the flag racing and he just spoke to me like he known me forever. And he was like, "You look familiar." I said, "You too." And he was like, "Oh." I said, "No, that wasn't me." All right.
He has
a very good memory, though. So he probably saw you around.
He has a beautiful mind.
He doesn't look like a doctor. He's gorgeous. He looks fantastic, right? And he's easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I can't wait to see who else do we have.
What's going on?
Esto secreto, ¿qué está pasando aquí?
¡Qué bochinche! ¿Qué tal?
I hate when this happens because I feel complexes. I'm not wearing underwear.
It's board stuff, okay? It's board stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
So we have the Padrino, we have the Madrina. Aisha Hernandez.
Hernandez, yeah.
We have one. No, Madrina is Hernandez. I'm sorry.
Aisha's the madrina. She Maribel got so much going on. Que imagínate.
Yeah,
there you
thank
go.
you. This is helpful.
We got the madrina.
Now, can you put the flyer up of the event?
These two guys live together. Okay. Madrina is Aisha Hernandez.
Yes.
We have Educator of the Year.
Yes.
Susana Rivera. She's from a charter school in the Bronx.
Yes.
Beautiful charter school.
Family Life.
Yeah. We have our Legacy Award went to Federico Perez.
Yes. Woo! Legend.
That was already me.
He has been in the Puerto Rican community for many, many years. Caroline could say a little something about
1901.
That's like,
yeah. Listen, this man is 85 years old. He has still not retired. He was a teacher. He was a councilman. He was at one point. I think he was probably a chair of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. He was a board member. He was the director of publicity for the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. I mean, Federico Perez is a legend, and it's a blessing to been able to honor him as as legacy of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Federico. You'll be seeing him there.
Nicely said.
In the parade, yeah.
And
we also have Wanda Negron.
Okay.
Supreme Court Justice. We have Veteran of the Year is Yadira Gonzalez Taylor. Of course, we got to honor our veterans.
Yes.
Yes. Since they do so much for us.
Yeah.
Bronx 411.
That's my guy.
Business of
he's
the
by
Year.
He's by our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Bessel Lounge.
Bessel Lounge.
Used to hire me.
No, but that's exactly.
He used to hire me at the studio.
And you know what? They always give opportunities. So thank you for
Always,
honoring them.
always.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I need $500.
They always look out for us. Too.
Right.
I need to give him a call. I need money.
We also honoring New York City Health and Hospital, Lincoln Hospital.
Yes.
And everybody goes to Lincoln. Everybody in the Bronx goes to Lincoln. And our Grand Marshal is DJ Carlito from La Mega 97.
La Mega 97.9.
People will be there. They'll be on a float. Look out for them. Some of them want to walk and take pictures with people. So
It'll be a lot of fun.
it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful parade. We have a lot of floats. We
Rain
have
or shine.
a lot of marchers. We have some beautiful cars coming. We have a lot of influencers coming to the parade. So you have to be there because if not, you're gonna miss it. And then the one and only Artie.
The one and onlys.
Artie.
Y José Rivera. Mira los dos.
Va a ser tremendo cuando lo vean.
No socks and tutu.
Yes, yes.
There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, you could just go out right there.
Dynamic duo.
What are these guys? Because these guys right here are an inch off of nuts, but a line under crazy. So
we are going to get our pulse
we're
taken
good crazy.
in a little while.
Yeah. So we
I
have
know
a lot
those guys.
of sponsors, like Bally's, Bronx Care, Rain, Family Life, 1199, Mass Marketing. Big shout out to Mass Marketing.
So many.
They have been really
done their
helpful
job.
to us.
Jackie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't
She's
have done it
wonderful.
without
I love
her.
talking to her on the phone because when she talks to me about business, she kind of like sounds like she's making a really bad phone call. Hi, Artie, I need a flyer.
Oh my God, that is her. I love it.
Right ahead and I do a flyer. I mean, I do it faster.
We know how to talk to you. That's right.
Yeah, because Jackie has a voice.
Yeah, and Jackie puts her back to talk to me. She'd be like, "Mira que yo te dije." I was like, "Well, where's Jackie?"
No, Jackie is.
Well, listen, I'm beyond being nice at this point. Okay?
Jackie is different. Jackie is like an 800 number.
Yes.
Like, when she calls me, I need a flyer and the date is. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yes.
That's true. I was asking about wristbands today, and Maribel's like, call Jackie.
Yeah. And she goes, so Jackie, nothing going on. There's not a fire. The plane isn't going down.
Yes.
But you
Oh
don't
my God, Jackie, you do so much for us.
train me.
Yeah.
Train me.
Yeah. No,
last time I came, Jackie was
también.
like, come, Jose. And I come in and she says, there's Rebecca. And I was like, for what? And she says, get to work. I was like, what? What? Grab that wristband. I was like, okay.
It's like when she talks, this thing glows behind her head, and she becomes a sun.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
So when she talks to me, it's kind of like,
We have I just mentioned these sponsors because they really helpful.
Without them, imagínate.
Well, actually, Caroline is one of our sponsors too. Keller Williams, Montefiore Einstein, Metro Plus. They have always been there for us too. 212 Carrion, Romano Law, Acacia Network, Lehman College. I can't see these.
They're really tiny.
Moses Medical. They from
Moses
day one.
Medical has a beautiful facility. Ladies and gentlemen, ever in the Interville Avenue, it is so underserved. But guess what? Your wait time is going to go from 45 minutes down to 12 minutes. Shout out to Janet. Shout out to her husband. Thank you for fulfilling the need.
Johnson, thank you.
Yeah. IHOP.
Where? Where you want me to IHOP to?
Miss Jessie.
Oh, Miss Jessie.
I don't hop, I run.
I can't see, but Emblem Health.
Emblem Health, NYC Vote. So I'm gonna be there to make sure that you vote as well. New York. I can't see.
I don't have my glasses.
I can see for you.
These letters are super small.
You want me to do all this for you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. You have Moss, Bally's, Bronx Care, Family Life Academy, Rain, 212 Carry On, Montefiore Einstein.
Ooh.
Of course, you have Romano at Law, 1199 SCIU. You have Vistamal. That's where we had the press conference. Shout out to Vistamal College. And of course, Moses Medical and all these other little letters that I thought I could see, like VNS and Miss Jessie's. That's right, Emblem Health, ATK, New York Botanical Garden, Agape. That's right, that's the cab service. You need to go see your doctor. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And shout out to Vanessa Gibson and the Bronx Borough Office for doing all that they do by supporting the board, the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, and of course, NYC Votes. If you don't vote, then you're going to be left behind. So if you want to get ahead, get online and vote. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I just made that up. And
Good.
No, I was ready to vote right now.
This guy's good.
IAXIS Radio, the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. And be sure, not that we promote it, but be sure you go out and vote because the primaries are out. And, you know, the person that I mentioned earlier really backed the Puerto Rican people when Maria happened, Governor Cuomo. Yes. And, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get back into office and he's going to support more of the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade because I had a special friend that told me once he gets in there, a lot of things are going to look bright for us. So thank you so much, Maribel.
And if you can't see through the grass, it's going to be a wonderful time. You guys got to go and check it out. This doesn't look
I thought he said something else.
So,
Artie,
excuse me, I haven't shaved. Anyway, the thing is that if you go there, you're going to have a wonderful time. There's going to be doctors, so if you have a problem, and there's going to be nurses if you can't feel your pulse.
We're going to be in front of Bronx Care.
There's going to be a whole bunch of people there, and this year it's almost triple the attendance.
It is.
Yes.
So I'm like really excited, and I'm not wearing socks. So if you want to get a nice picture of my ankle.
It's going to be so much fun. You might want to get a colonoscopy after.
Oh my God.
You have not seen a more sexier ankle than mine.
No, only in the X-ray. Only when you go get an X-ray.
And guys, we still have people reaching out, literally just wanting to be part of the parade. So.
I can't wait.
We still getting phone calls for people.
Yeah, still getting phone calls. We're 3 days away.
I got a call and I directed it to Jackie, and she said you better give it to Rebecca, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, well, then I was putting my hair because I was trying to do my nails, and I'm getting all the phone calls. I'm like, leave me alone.
It's wonderful when they call.
And shout out, we gotta shout out the Puerto Rican Bar Association. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sending that vibe towards my way because Puerto Ricans are now classified at a level of education, PhD.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Thank you so much. Because we were not acknowledged more than a bachelor's, master's. but because of the Bar Association and us exceeding expectations, we have judges, we have lawyers, we have many people who are getting the PhD and are being called. Shout out to Nos Quedamos, Dr. Mark Gonzalez, one of our representatives that comes to the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade and supports us 110% over on Melrose.
Yeah.
So these are the impact and people that you make a life change.
I gotta be honest with you. I have a nephew that's a judge.
That's right. You said that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
right
right.
here in the Bronx.
That's right. And shout out, what's his
Thank
name?
God he looks nothing like me.
Well, I also want to give a big shout out to the Yonkers Parade. We were very honored to be at the Yonkers Parade and the gala, and thank you to Luis Munoz. Big shout out. Also to
Boricua Posse, Anthony.
yes, and another big shout out to the Waterbury Puerto Rican Parade. They have invited us to go there, so we need to go to Connecticut and support them. They will be coming to our parade, and Boston will be coming to our parade as well. So their parade is coming up later on in the summer, and we will support them as well.
I haven't been to Boston in years.
So we ran over on time only because this is a celebration that's going to happen.
Yes.
But thank you to Big Al. Don't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be out there June 14th. Rain, shine, sleet, no snow. But if you want to bring some, that's on you. Make sure it's over there that the cops don't catch
the rain over there.
Stuff all happens over there when you bring the maracas.
If it rains, I'm going to do a Shakira video. So I'll be in the rain.
And you can miss it.
In your tutu?
With
in
the
my
tutu.
tutu, yeah. It's going to rain. I'm
With
going to
no
be like...
socks.
And ladies and gentlemen, although we support you and your rights, please keep the substance use at a minimum or away from the event.
Thank you.
Right.
I need to stress that. Being a counselor and a mental health provider, we have kids that are going to be there. Please, if you're going to do it far away from us, because we want to have a good time. We do not want to fight, and we want to respect each other. And we want to respect the law enforcement as well, because we want to expand this and make it bigger and better, because Unidos
somos más fuerte.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Last
you.
words?
Well, see you on June 14, 12 o'clock, Grand Concourse, 165th Street.
No sign.
Also, guys, please follow us on the BX Puerto Rican Parade on Instagram.
And
we're constantly putting updates.
Yes,
Rebecca?
a lot of updates.
Nothing. Just see you on Saturday. It's going to be epic. Come out. You don't want to miss it. Bring your family, your chairs, your friends, your maracas, whatever, your dog.
Your chairs. I love it. Your maracas, your everything. Just come through.
Seriously, it's going to be amazing.
Artie?
I have one last word.
Do you?
We're going to be there, and it's going to be balls on. Okay?
Ay, mi madre.
Under the tutu.
Bring
your flags.
as long as it's not balls out. As long as it's balls on and not out. I'm out.
No, you guys need a TV show. Seriously.
Sir, listen, just come out to the parade. Bring your flags.
The Artie and
flags on them. Bring your shirt on them. Whatever it is, just come out and just bring out the balls. And let's do this.
And be ready to see him in a tutu and me going Rambo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join us each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Extremities ENT Talk Show on our Access Radio. We give you the best in everything from news, politics, criminal justice, weather, sports, and of course, great entertainment and good conversations that's good for your mind, body, and soul. Most importantly, June is Mental Health Month for men, as well as anyone else out there who identifies and wants to support. Maribel Torres Masonette, I can't wait to GSOM AC will be there. We support any good vibe events. Thank you so much.
Just one more thing.
Yes.
We also want to say Happy Father's Day to those.
Yes.
I want to say Happy Father's
Day.
because the Happy Father's Day is after that. So I want to say Happy Father's Day to those who are here and to those who aren't here.
Yes. Happy Father's Day, Michelle.
Yeah, all of us. And also want to give what big shout out to Al.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted a life. Si es boricua de ver la liga, huepa!
Are you ready? Oh, yeah, it's coming. The Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, coming to you live.
Be sure to come out June 14, 2025 to the Grand Concourse, 165th Street, all the way to Mount Eden. You already know.
Grand Marshal DJ Kaiser, he plays. Padrino de la Parada, Dr. Anderson Torres. Madrina de la Parada, Aisha Hernandez. With live performances. With your hosts, Jose and Artie.